Now, most of you are wondering why, what is this guy doing up here in the Maid of Honor time slot? But as Marissa said, my wife Cece wasn't able to make it tonight because she's actually attending her younger brother's wedding on the East Coast. So when this news broke out, Amanda Finn, or I refer to her as Mandy, she called me and she said, "Mr. Jin, can you help me out?" And I said, "Mandy, what can I help you out with?" She said, "Look, Cece told me she's not going to be able to make it. Would you be so kind to step into her place, maybe say a few words?" And I said, "Well, I'd be more than happy to. However, I've never given a speech I've never given a Maid of Honor speech before. But I said I'd be more than happy to." And I said, "Mandy, to be quite frank, you and I, we've known each other for such a long time, and it's no one's more qualified than myself to be up here sharing a few words about Amanda tonight." I said, "Mandy, you've actually known me longer than you've known my wife. And you've known me longer than you've known your lovely bridesmaids as well. So I'd be more than happy to come in from Chicago, say a few words, and share my thoughts with the group tonight." So in a nutshell, that's why I'm standing up here in front of you. But I recall the first time I met Mandy was we were freshmen at school in college at MSU. And I was living in East Acres dorm at the time, and she was living in East Acres at the time as well, or West Acres, I forgot, but we were both living in Acres at the time. And actually one day, my buddy and I, Derek Lee, sitting in the back, we were eating our food, watching TV, and I see this young lady approaches us, and she comes over. And she's like, "Hey, you know what? There's a grease spot on your table. So I'm gonna clean it up for you." And I said, "Okay, that's fine." She said, "Hi," she introduced herself, asked us how the food was, and we kind of conversed there. And I looked over, I said, "Hey, you know what? I just thought, aren't waitresses supposed to kind of clean the tables after we leave, after we finish eating?" And Mandy said, "Yeah, you're absolutely right, 100%. At restaurants, they do that. But this is Acres Calf. It's different." And I was like, "Oh my God, yeah, that absolutely makes sense. She's right." So, we kind of talked, conversed, and then after that, she said, "Hey, do you mind if you give me your AOL screen name?" You guys all remember that, right? AIM, back in the days, 14, 13 years ago. So I said, "Yeah, no problem, She said, "Hey, I want to send you a survey. If you can take it." I said, "A survey about what?" She said, "About my individual service here at Acres Calf." And I said, "Okay." So I wrote, my screen name, Hondo24, on a napkin and gave it to her. And then she wrote her screen name on mine, and we exchanged. I looked at it, said Crystal Star Crystal 4, I'm sorry. So that was actually the first time we met. And, we exchanged screen names, all of that. So... but like I said, she's been one of my best friends ever since. Definitely one of my best female friends. I only got 4, so. But like I said, she's known my wife for years. She's known me for 13 years. And about a month after we first met, I introduced her to a group of my friends. We were in a group called CCF, Chinese Christian Fellowship. So what happened was, and when I brought her there, over the course of the years, I witnessed Mandy just blossom. Just blossom, grew, and like I said, blossomed like a sunflower. One thing I really, like Marissa said, she definitely goes above and beyond for a lot of us. I recall, as far as just getting rides, because we were college students at the time, and getting rides to church and small groups, it was hard. MSU campus is gigantic. You can take an hour to walk from end to end. But Mandy was always willing to go above and beyond, just getting rides, organizing events. And this was a time before Uber, before Lyft. I will call, hey, Mandy, need a ride, Acres Hall, 6:30, and when I go down there, somebody's there. That's one thing, she went above and beyond, so thank you so much for that. Another thing I recall, just the fact that she was always willing to take the time and energy to get to know all of us, everyone in the group, on a more personal level. What I mean by that is, she doesn't have to, but she wanted to just get to know us and just kind of open up to us and, share with us her inner thoughts. And really, I felt like it cultivated an environment of just being truthful, honest, and, thank you so much, Mandy, for that, for just making the group so much fun with your candor. Just keeping it 100 at all times. So really appreciate that, Mandy. Thank you so much. The reason I stayed in the group, for 4 years was because of her. Because of all the things that she's done, she goes above and beyond as far as planning events, small groups, surprise birthday parties, like Marissa said. She's been doing that since 2004. So when I heard that story Marissa shared a couple years ago, I said, you know what? That's the Amanda I knew. That's nothing new. She's been doing that since 2004. And just like I said, Mandy, thank you so much for that. I think for me to be here tonight, it is such an honor because as sophomores, we talked about this. Marissa said you wanted to get married here 3 years ago, but I recall a group of friends, she and I, we sat, in our dorms, and this is something we spoke about. She said, Tian, one day I'm trying to get that ring. And I said, you know what? I am too. We were 19 at a time, and, I'm 31 now. So, like I said, dreams do come true, and, it's such an honor to be here, and, I'm actually lost for words. The reason is I'm up here giving a speech and I got nothing written down. So, but again, but like I said, it's such an honor to hear. It's such a magical moment because, part of me is like, I can't believe I'm here tonight after all these years, and just to be here to witness this is such an awesome, incredible feeling. I wish Cece was here, but she's not. So I will go home and report everything happened tonight. I'll take a lot of mental pictures and, all of that. So now I've been married for 4 years now. It's not a long time at all. But what I can tell you, Amanda, is tonight is your wedding, right? Tomorrow is going to be over. So, however, your marriage will be tomorrow and the next day and the next week and the next month and the next year. So focus on what's ahead. Focus on your marriage. Your wedding doesn't have to be perfect. Don't stress out over small things if the pictures turn out well. Because all of us are here tonight for the celebration of you and JT. I didn't come here because I wanted to attend a perfect event. I came here because of you, because we were friends. I came here, for you because to witness the joy that you are going to have. So focus on what's ahead. It's going to be a long road. Like Pastor Brady said, it's not a sprint. It is a marathon. So you got many, many, many years left. Enjoy tonight. We're all here supporting you. And, you don't need to stress out. If things don't go perfect, no one would know, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that went not perfect back in my wedding, but no one knew. So it's not a big deal. Another thing is always support each other, always love each other. You and JT are a team now. So, be good to each other, support each other. Make sure you put, each other in front of you. Make sure take care of each other's needs. And my one advice is don't ever go to bed angry. If you go to bed angry, or if you are angry, make sure you don't go to bed. Work it out, work it out. I don't care if it's like 3 in the morning, but just sit here, work it out. You can call me, you can call Cece, you can call Mina, but You know, Mina won't probably do anything, so just call me, that's fine. So, you know, that's kind of my advice. And also just put Christ first. You know, put Christ first in your life, because if you do that, you know, everything else will fall in place. And you know that better than anyone. And, you know, that's one thing I really, you know, appreciate and really admire you is that, you know, through your life at CCF, since I met you, and even now since we graduated, you know, you've always put, you know, Christ first, and I really admire you for that. So thank you so much, guys. Let's all raise our cups one last time for in the bonding and celebration of Amanda and Joseph. Thank you, guys. Thank you.